Cal Lariche also combines scholastic and activist excellence. They are, in addition, incredibly witty, as the chat showed early on, where somebody said, Cal's here, and Cal said, Cal's here, and so on. That might not be your most witty moment, Cal, but it's in there. Basically, a pure delight. Cal double majored in community studies and math. Their attraction to both is, in my view, an artist's attraction to the possibilities of taking familiar forms and subverting them in the best sense of the word in order to create something new. The freedom of problem solving, the resistance to rote forms of learning or expression, and at the same time, an outstanding ability to work with rote learning and to write elegantly and interestingly, to draw on scholarly research and apply it in astute ways. These are the markers of Cal Lariche's intellectual expertise. Cal began their activism at age 7, or at least was first radicalized at that age. Their path to activism really got its start in the middle school lunchroom, where it is no joke to state that survival crucially depends on finding other people like you to sit with. Survival was merely a first step, however, on a path of creating change within schools to make them welcoming to students of diverse sexual and gender identity. Beginning with their Fremont Middle School, Cal has never been satisfied with individual level improvements or adjustments or accommodations, the sort of thing that an intellectually talented and energetic young person can usually gain for themselves. Cal's ambition always included the wider community and understood it to be the source of their strength and commitment. Thus was founded the Gay-Straight Alliance, the GSA, at their Fremont Middle School. Cal continued their engagement with LGBTQ youth organizing throughout high school while expanding it to the regional and state levels through their position on the GSA Regional Council, for example, lobbying the state legislature about the bathroom bill. Cal's path from middle school GSA founder to regional GSA office holder could be seen as a logical, policy-focused trajectory for some young activist. However, Cal also stayed connected with kids and their needs. They've been part of the Rainbow Summer Camp, renamed Indigo Summer Camp, I believe, since its inception, working as a counselor every summer to ensure Bay Area children and youth have the chance for fun without fear of being called out as different. For field study, Cal was chosen for the quite competitive placement with the RISE Center in Richmond, continuing their work with marginalized youth. They were based in RISE's Community Health Department, participating in programs like Tasty Tuesday cooking sessions so that people stayed healthy through the pandemic, and an LGBTQ youth space called the Alphabet Group. And they also collaborated on more intersectional workshops, one math-focused, one that sounds sort of arts-focused, particularly interesting one, with the Education and Justice Department at RISE. Cal also wrote a terrific capstone essay in which they analyzed the reasons that RISE succeeds where so many supposedly youth-centered organizations fall short. They argued very persuasively that while various theoretical models of youth development, empowerment, and organizing would depict RISE as having regressed during the pandemic, in fact, RISE was demonstrating its steadfast commitment to reflecting and responding to the realities experienced by Richmond youth. And this is something that Manya referred to, that organizations at their best were really responsive to the moment, even when that meant changing their mission, changing their activities, changing their programming. Cal's supervisor, Ashley Trahan, wrote that RISE was, quote unquote, beyond grateful to have been in partnership with Cal, that their contributions are historical and much appreciated, and among other things, that they will contribute valuable assets to any classroom or community they serve. And I mention this because Cal's plan is to be in the classroom, to become a math teacher. This commitment is steeped in the knowledge that math education is a fault line in society, and access to math education is a social justice issue. Again, Cal's clarity and originality make them fully deserving of recognition with this Friedland Award. So congratulations, Cal and Bobby Joe, and one of you should